Could it be that Skool and the movement that it's creating is completely killing your need to have any form of traditional website, and in fact, perhaps making it better not to have a traditional website? Well, I'm starting to see a movement, especially among coaches and educational creators, where they are going directly to a Skool community. And I'm going to talk about why I potentially think this might be the best move for most people out there in the educational space. As you can see here, these days, I generally just go directly to my Skool community. I have a free Skool community, and I link to that in the video description. I link to it in the profile of my social media accounts, and literally everything points towards that Skool community. So in a way, Skool has become my new funnel. Skool has become the single hub for generating leads, growing your business, your lead magnet, everything that you do for your educational business. But before that, we at least had some type of website in between. Now, for many of us, the website that we would actually have may have just been one single page that we then used to bridge the gap to whatever we were doing in the back end. And that could be a course, it could be capturing emails to then push people towards an offer, which was then normally a course again, or booking a call or signing up for a workshop. But there was always something that was hosting it in the back end. And there's a variety of different ways that we were doing this, from learning platforms like Teachable or Thinkific, or other types of funnel builders such as Systemi or ClickFunnels. So there was always a back end, but there was a front end of some form of page that we controlled. It was our website and our domain, and that bridged across to it. And it was as simple as that. And over time with funnels, we used to say that funnels killed a traditional website, and to a degree it did. And then we started to move towards having one page, one single page that just redirected to everything else. But before that, we had many, many different pages that were websites and web pages or lead magnets that were out there driving everybody towards that single page. So you essentially had an entire website where everything was leading towards your different offers. But normally you would have one core offer with lots of lead magnets, blog posts, and so on. And then it led to the back end, which was where we delivered whatever product, service, course we were doing at the back. But slowly over time, that started to change, because more of us weren't relying on, SEO, blogs, and hopefully ranking in search terms to be able to get that sort of search engine traffic. And with AI, the way that it's working now, AI is basically taking over search, and it's recommending stuff, and people are then getting that information in feed. And nobody's really clicking through to the website unless they want to validate that information. So the way it's heading with AI and the way that it's heading with social media, everybody is basically putting everything onto social media platforms now rather than on blog posts, and these are becoming the extension of our website. And then previously, that would then link to our single page, and then we would sell something in the back end. But what Skool is now doing is that Skool is the entire back end. Skool has become where we nurture people. It is becoming the hub where the way that we speak to people, how we communicate with them, how we message them, how we deliver lead magnets, how we deliver our courses, how we do our coaching. Everything that we do is now starting to become an entire back end that is delivered by Skool. But not only that, Skool is now overtaking, I would say, SEO, and the sort of stuff that we would in the past get from ranking domains in Google and search and so on. We are now getting, they say, I believe, 1 in 5, so 20% of new members that hit your community are coming from inside the Skool platform. So it's actually beneficial to have your front end being on the Skool platform as well. Now, you could still have a web page that redirected to this, and it actually obviously came to this, and many people do that. I still have a web page, but as I showed you before, I'm starting to just link directly to the Skool About page, because there's a huge number of additional reasons that we're going to get into that you can benefit from converting from the trust and all of the way that Skool has started to set things up, that you can actually convert way more traffic than going to your own web page. So what people are doing is that they're just diverting directly to their about page that they are optimizing with the video and the text to make sure that it converts better. But they're generally converting at 15 to 20% for a free community, which is great. I mean, that's better than most opt-in pages. So therefore, there's no point in really having that additional page in between unless you just want a domain under your own name. But really, it doesn't make much sense anymore for many people, depending on how many different products and services that you're offering. So all you do is then you have all of your information and all of your content on a platform like, for example, YouTube. And YouTube is the one I use. It's the one I recommend. And obviously, you can get access to our free community where I'll give you more training and show you exactly how I use YouTube and Skool combined to grow your business and grow your community as well. And I'll link to that in the video description if you would like to join our free community. But otherwise, the benefit of having everything in one place is that you're going to get free traffic from the Skool platform, a little bit like you used to on Facebook, but with every day the platform is growing. They're gaining momentum, and it's not just going up by the same amount each month or week. It's getting a critical mass where the more people who shift from the likes of Facebook and move towards the platform, there's more users coming in all the time. The last time I heard, I mean, they have something like, I think it's about 18 million users, and it was going up by 100,000 a week. But with each month, I think it goes up exponentially. So basically, it keeps going up by 5x, 10x, 15x as you reach that critical mass where it just starts to snowball. And that means you're going to be getting even more traffic from Skool, much more than you would from Google or anything else there. So having your main source externally that you control for your social media and then the Skool platform makes much more sense for people. And there's a huge benefit to this extremely simple setup. You can have full compliance. We've obviously got things like GDPR in Europe, which is website compliance, and there's many different rules in different countries now. I think America has their own version of compliancy, and we basically don't have to worry about that because they pretty much take care of all of that. It's their website. We just have a community hosted on it. They manage the payments for us. So we don't have to worry about maintaining our Stripe account and trying to make sure that refunds and so on aren't going to damage that account. We're not going to lose it. They basically handle all of that. Maybe we get a little bit of a slight delay in between payments, a bit longer than if we were hosting it. But otherwise, it's the same price. It's no more expensive for us. So therefore, they're taking on the risk for us there. Again, speed and uptime, the way the pages load and the speed of it and the processing and the uptime time is their problem. It's no longer our problem to maintain and make sure things are working. Hosting, we don't need to host our domains or have hosting for the website and then have WordPress and everything else on there and then worry about updating our website and the risks of someone hacking it and so on. Hacking is no longer our problem either. Video hosting, we don't have to pay for a third-party tool to have our videos hosted on our website anymore. Posts, we can now do posts, and posts can essentially replace almost blog posts and social media posts. We can do all of that in the platform. We can email our members. And of course, you can still externally get the list and have an email account separate from Skool as well. So you can email with the platform and email outside of the platform. You've got courses. You can host your courses on there. You can do subscriptions. Obviously, we've got tiers now, so you can do a variety of different subscription models. You can DM your members and people that sign up. It's like an email list on steroids. So even if you don't have the most active community, it doesn't matter. If you look at it as an email list in a way that you're maintaining more contact with your members and with your list, it's still a step above, even if it's not the most active community, a normal email list. And it's not much more expensive. I would say you've got a $9 account. It's obviously cheaper. Sure, you can get free to a degree, but you're limited in what you can do with an email autoresponder. So all of these things that we can do is literally like email on steroids. So it's not just replacing your website. It's becoming a single hub for everything. And then a massive thing they did recently, which I think is one of the biggest things as well, is that you can do live calls and webinars inside the platform. Think about all the different things we had to do. And also, it's starting to feel more and more like a social media platform. As we're getting millions and millions of people coming, at some point, it will reach billions. And I don't know about you, but I'm spending a lot more time, other than for work, on the Skool platform, then I don't go onto Facebook anymore. I don't go onto any other platform. I only really go on YouTube because I obviously do YouTube. And then I go onto Skool. Those are the two places I am hanging out these days. And the benefit of it getting bigger and better is that they already have an app. So you don't need to convert your website into your own app. No expense there. And it's obviously cheaper and it's faster, much faster to get set up. And speed is everything when it comes to running your education or your coaching business. So for me, it is fast becoming an absolute no-brainer. And you've also got the trust of the Skool platform as well. Now, if you have no name, no brand, and you start creating your own website and trying to take payments, trust is at a minimum. But when it's already on the Skool platform and they have their card details on file and they know if they do a payment, nothing bad is going to happen with their card, trust is at a high. So you get the benefit of all the added trust that they have moving towards you in your direction. So for me, simplicity wins. A simple two-step business. So it's just a two-step minimalist business of YouTube, in my case, going directly to a Skool community, and then everything inside the Skool community is just one hub. Simplicity wins outright. And even if you think, okay, I need all the bells and whistles of a marketing funnel and say go high level and all of these different things, you don't need them in the beginning. You just need to nurture people. You need to have traffic, you just need attention basically, and then an offer. And Skool allows you to do all of the offer to nurture so that you're not having to be salesy, you're not having to push people and sell particularly hard, and it allows you to build your list and build your community, and then you can monetize it in a variety of different ways. And you don't need to add all of those bells and whistles of like go high level and everything. Start messy. I really recommend that you just start messy and start a simple two-step business. But that's why for me, I think websites are dying. I'm seeing fewer and fewer people actually using websites. And as I said before, if people are doing it, it's a single page website that essentially either redirects to booking a phone call or redirects to their Skool community. And that's about it. So if you haven't already, I would look at the benefits of using a Skool community to grow your education and your coaching business. I will link to our free community in the video description if you would like more training and help inside. Otherwise, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.